Hey everybody, what is up and welcome to Rock Gamer, your #1 stop for all things Rock Band 4, Guitar Hero Live, and Amplitude related. And I wanted to show you a basic custom chart for the song The Warrior by Scandal, which has been announced to be on Rock Band 4's setlist. Now this is the chart in terms of what it looks like on Rock Band 3. This was a custom that somebody created a while back. And this is not necessarily an accurate representation of the final song in the game, but it'll give you an idea of what the drums would look like, what the bass could potentially look like, and the guitar. And this song does feature full harmonies as well. And I haven't had the chance to play this chart. This is actually Custom Rhythm Games video, so if you guys want to check out his channel, go click the annotation box. It's got a great channel with some really great custom charts on there. But I also want to let you guys know that I'm not playing the audio because I don't have the copyright to the song, and I don't want to lose my channel to YouTube because they're very picky about that kind of stuff. But I do want to just give you a glimpse of what the chart could look like, maybe answer some of your guys' questions, and maybe talk about some of the recent Rock Band 4 news that's come out. Now, the Scandal was a band just like Four Non Blondes, just like New Radicals, who released one album and then they break up and they never heard from again. And it's a shame, when you've got bands with so much talent that just simply can't get along, and they're making millions of dollars. And this is the '80s. You got to remember that people were actually buying albums back then. And unfortunately, they weren't able to release another album. But I'm glad to finally see Patti Smith in Rock Band. I think it's been long overdue. And I think this is definitely a song I'm looking forward to. Just by looking at the chart, it looks like a song that's reasonably easy, but also fun at the same time. And the other thing that's also important to note is that this album actually did quite well on the Billboard charts. It charted number 17 on the Billboard Top 200, which is pretty impressive for back in the 80s. You're not selling 1,000 albums like you would today if you charted that high on the Billboard Top 200. The other thing I want to talk about is some of the recent Rock Band 4 news that's come out that's sort of a little worrisome to me and a lot of other fans. And last week, it was announced, or I guess earlier this week, it was announced that Madcatz maybe is not doing so well over the past couple of years. Financially, they owe a lot of money to a lot of different people. Most importantly, Wells Fargo Bank in the States, and they're basically riding on Rock Band 4 to sell really well. Otherwise, they may not be able to pay back their debts, and a number of things could happen. I think worst case, you may not get a lot of instruments released for Rock Band 4, or you may have instruments that may be really difficult to find after launch. I know there's been some talk about releasing standalone instruments in early 2016, late 2015, but that's really going to be dependent on the success of Rock Band 4 as a game. And it's sort of hard to get a sense of how well it's actually set, pre-orders right now, because you can go on Amazon and it's listed quite high on the pre-orders page and in terms of the top 100 games. But then if you go to EB Games or GameStop, like in my city, the people who work there don't even know it's coming out, and they're like, well, you're the first guy to pre-order it. And I pre-order it like a week after it comes out. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how many people purchase the game. They said from the start that if you want Rock Band 4 at launch with the instruments, you need to pre-order. Otherwise, there's going to be a shortage. And I hope that is the case because I do want this game to be really successful. But at the same time, it kind of worries me. Like, hey, is Harmonix going to be in trouble if Madcatz, can't pay its debts? And was that going to impact and jeopardize the whole DLC plan after launch? Now, Harmonix has been in this position or similar position before where they were owned by Viacom. Shortly after Rock Band 3 came out, it's pretty well known that Rock Band 3 did not sell that well compared to past games. Viacom sold them, but Harmonix still was able to operate as an independent studio. They were still able to license music, no problem, and they went on to create several more games. And I think in a lot of the gaming industry, and I'm not an expert on it, I think a lot of the times the publishers, put up a lot of the cost, and they do a lot of the financing. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'd like to know what your guys' comments are. Comment in the section below, and that pretty much does it for our chart preview of this song. There really aren't any other songs that there's customs of that have been announced for Rock Band 4, but as soon as there are, I will put up those charts. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.